If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Chanticleers offense takes the field for the first time today. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number one, and they give up a sack on play two.
It's caught. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Power football with the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Back to pass, it's Morris. Plucks it out of the air. The Chanticleers will have a first down.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Rushes on him. Makes a catch at the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
And the Chanticleers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a man. Setting up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it. Got the running back down super quick.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be first and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
A first down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's like the defense knew on 3rd and goal. They're not attacking the middle. They're going to go to the outside. They run the touch pass, and they fly after it, fly upfield, make the tackle, and now it's decision time. 4th and goal. What you going to do, offense?
Looking to throw, it's Morris. Touchdown, Coastal! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I love the aggressiveness early by this offense. 4th and goal, no problem. Putting the drive together, staying aggressive, and they get rewarded.
I like just paying the drive off, too, because it's the opening drive of the game. You've marched it down the field. You want to come away with a touchdown, right? And maybe the decision-making there for the coaches, listen, even if we don't get it, our defense is out in good field position. There's a lot of football left to go. We can make up for it later. I love the aggressive play call.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gamecocks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Some misdirection with the counter. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. gonna run it. It's not. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get outside. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try the run. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The shot that clears are marching down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Gets it to him on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back. And then
Sneaks it into the end zone.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. It's year 5 now for Shane Beamer at South Carolina. The Gamecocks coming off their best season since 2013. Now the question is, what's a realistic ceiling?
And I think getting to that 10-win mark. Last year they had 9 wins, but the offense took off. And having a dude like Lenora Sellers, Jesse, that's a full-grown man that can do so much for an offense. Excited to see if he can take that next step.
Yeah, I think based on his success last year, that helped out the portal. That helped.
Gets loose in the middle. Space, and he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Here's some pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying play action. Under fire. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. The kick is on its way. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. Just what they hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top again. Pulls it in. It's Jacobs. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Intercepted to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Nearly picked off there. He might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Tucker. The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be 4th down. And the shot to clear send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Based on this this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock, hit stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. To the air, it's Sellers. Oh, they're after him. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quarterback just flat and missed him. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Zings it complete to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Jacobs. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. To the air, it's Sellers. Bringing the heat. Pulls it in. It's Harbor. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking for space. It's Knox. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Tucker. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The shot that clears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Dropping back, it's Morris. Fires to the right. Intercepted deep in his own end. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this ball looks like it just got away. Quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Jacobs. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one, because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Looking to pass, it's Sellers. The throw with the catch, it's Jacobs. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. Looking for a push on fourth down. Turning it off. It's a running touchdown, Gamecock. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
What a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Gophers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 7 over Syracuse. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the ground, it's not. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Caught near the sticks. It's Morris. He's into the open down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, shot to clear.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Unloads it left. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Pressure coming. He makes the grab. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Gets away from 1. Slips a tackle and he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Corner's going to give them room. Caught in the backfield, it's Jacobs. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. There he goes! They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Makes the grab.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. Take your steps and get the ball out. It's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Defense not showing press coverage. Caught in the backfield, it's Harbor. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the gun, running back gets to give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. You got an opportunity after that drive to go take the lead when you're trailing, and now you turn the football over, give the football right back. Defense needs to come out, bail you out, get a big stop, get the ball back so you can try to take the lead.
Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Simpkins. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's loose. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking for space. It's Knox. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Handoff to the lone back. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll take a knee as they keep draining the time off that clock, now under a minute to go. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching,